Okay, I think I've gotten how this is supposed to go. I hope I'm doing it right. Anyway, the first thing that Mr. Tisani comes up with, I have a note here so I can remember it, is that people who are against marriage equality generally use our religious liberty will be impinged on if this is allowed. Well, no, it won't. No one wants to force you or your church to have same-sex marriages. Believe it or not, I don't care if you have a same-sex marriage or an opposite-sex marriage or never get married. It's not my business. It's not my concern. Why you are so concerned about me and mine, I don't know. But, it's this idea that somehow one version of a faith that has so many different subsects of it gets to dictate for everybody else what is allowed is ludicrous. Okay? Yeah, you can have your religion. And you know what? The First Amendment to the Constitution says that Congress shall make no laws about. Oh, it's rather late, so I'm paraphrasing. But basically, religious freedom is guaranteed by the Constitution. In other words, you have the right to your religion. I have the right not to have your religion. I have the right to live my life without your religion impinging upon me. And you have the right to live your life according to your religion. Now, people say, but same-sex marriage brings all this. Look at these poor photographers who were sued for not going to a lesbian wedding and photographing it. It violated her religion. It wasn't the same-sex marriage that was the problem. It was the discrimination laws of that city. That city, I believe Phoenix, said you cannot, if you have a public business, a business that's open to the public, you cannot tell someone, I will not film you if your wedding is not opposite sex, or if it's biracial, or if it's Hindu. Won't do it. The person was, you could not just pick and choose what marriage is. Now, quite honestly, I think that if you don't want to do that sort of thing, you should somehow maybe make that apparent. Christian singles, well, they've managed to make it quite clear that they only want Christians. Jews need not apply. Okay, well, I still don't agree with it. If you're going to be in the public sphere, you've got to serve the public. All right. And if you have a problem with this, then take it up with your city council and get your local discrimination ordinances changed so that you don't have this problem. All right. Sorry, I'm trying to read my own writing and understand these short little notes that I wrote. In this nation, we are fairly well divided, about 50-50% when it comes to support and opposition to same-sex marriage. It's really been changing ever since Proposition 8 was passed, and many of the arguments that were used at that time have been debunked. But when it's put out that it's not a matter of equality but a matter of discrimination, then it really changes the discussion. That's why so many of these proposals that want to ban marriage equality are worded to preserve marriage. And they use arguments that this will not discriminate against gays. Well, the problem is, yes, it does. So, that's kind of how that goes. Anyway, these arguments about the discrimination laws never seemed to be a real problem until gay people were included. Then all of a sudden, horrible. These laws are just impinging on us so badly. When it was race or religion or gender, people seemed to have no problem with it. It was okay. Those that opposed them were generally very quiet about that opposition. But you throw in those damned homosexuals, and all of a sudden it becomes a problem. Why? Okay, to be continued.